Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have this mini projector from Temu. I have multiple videos on Temu, so if you're interested in that sort of content, check it out. And I also have many different reviews and unboxings of products not from Temu as well. So yeah, this is free from the Fishland game. It's mini projector, the A10. Look around the box, it just says projector. On the side, lightweight and convenient, own audio. Don't really know what own audio means. Multifunctional interface, eye protection, rechargeable treasure charge, perfect picture quality, angle operation, multiple colours. So we'll obviously test all the features that are on here. That makes it sound like it's got a rechargeable battery in it, but I doubt it. So again, it's the same photo on the back. And on this side, it says multifunction interface compatible with various devices, headset, streaming stick, game console, TV, tablet, TV box. So I suppose this is true. Don't really think the TV bit is true because this is sort of like basically being the TV. But it should have a headphone jack, so that's where the headset bit comes into it. And it should just have a HDMI port, which means it can work with any device with HDMI. So yeah, I suppose that's true as well. It says it's made by Our Life. So okay then, let's see there, China. But yeah, let's get into it. So there's two sections of this box, so we'll get the first one out. Oh, I ripped that. So I've got both bits out. It's the box empty. So this bit here was where the projector will be. So it's here wrapped up in a little bag. It's actually really small, this projector. Looking at it, look, it's like the same size as my hand. But looking around the projector, on the back we have micro USB, which I assume it can be powered from micro USB. And if it can, that means it can be powered by a power bank. And this power bank is a 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack. This is a massive capacity battery, and the projector is not that much bigger. Obviously in thickness wise it's bigger, but it's actually smaller in the width. So yeah, that'd be quite a nice little setup. And it's got a DC port which could be for power, the IR bit which is for the remote, a USB port. So on this, I assume this USB port could be used for either to play MP4 or MP3 files off of, or to power like a Fire TV stick maybe, or like a Chromecast. And either a headphone jack, which you could use like it says on the box, a headset, or just to plug in speakers to it, because I'm guessing the speakers built into this will not be very good at all. And it has a HDMI port, which means it can work on literally anything with a HDMI port, which is really good because obviously most things nowadays, nearly everything uses HDMI nowadays. And then it has a micro SD card slot, which I assume is also to play MP4, MP3 files. And looking at the top of it, we have our buttons. So we have an on-off button. It says on the box something about a rechargeable battery, but there is no battery in this. Then we have up, down, left, right, and OK button. And it's got a little LED there, which I assume so you know if it's turning on or not. This side is they have these grills on both sides. Now, I don't know which side's what, but I assume one side will be the speaker and the other side will be the fans. I assume this side will be the fans, as that's where the lamp is. So yeah, look, you've got this little bit that covers... I forget what that bit's called, actually. Like the lamp, I guess. And then you have this bit here, which you can move in and out, which helps it focus. Because see, when you're further away from the wall or wherever you're shining it, it needs like different focus to as if it's really close. So yeah. And then the bottom, it's got these little rubber feet so it doesn't slide around. It's got a tripod mount, which would be quite useful because obviously with stuff like this it's difficult to get it in the right position, but with this you can just put it onto a tripod and you can have it in the position. The DC input voltage is 12 volts at 2 amps, so I'm not sure if this can be powered by micro USB or not. And it's got some quality control stickers. And then we'll open this little box here, see what's in there. So it has the power brick, the DC power brick here. Oh, it is an American one. Well, hopefully it can be powered by micro USB and we don't need this DC one, because either I'll have to get a American to UK adapter or find a different DC plug. And then we also have a remote. And this just looks like quite a generic, it's really light, just remote. So yeah, I'm just first of all going to check that it works off of a micro USB cable. See if it can be run off a power bank. So I'll plug that into the power bank. Then I'll plug the other end into the projector. And now the red lights come on. And I'll take this off. So let's see it works. Now I'm going to close my curtains and put it on the wall. Now I'm not sure how well this is recorded, but I figured putting my phone up in the corner and having it on the 0.5 camera would give me the best option. But basically I'm going to mount the projector onto this tripod and see how it works. So the first bit is take this bit off the tripod and I'll put it on, screw it onto the bottom of the projector. So now I have the projector on the tripod. Now I just need to make the tripod a bit taller. Alright, so here's the projector on the tripod. I've got my power bank here. I'm just going to plug that into the back of the projector and then I'll turn the projector on. While it's turning on, I'm going to get the batteries for the remote. So I'm just going to put the batteries into the remote. Now the main thing I'm guessing everyone's probably going to want to use with this is a Fire Stick. So I'm going to get my Fire Stick from the back of my TV now. So this would be quite a convenient little garden setup, because you can have a Fire Stick and the projector running off a power bank, and then obviously the Fire Stick's only Wi-Fi, so you wouldn't need any cables to come outside from inside the house, assuming you have a good Wi-Fi, like in your garden. Say if you wanted to sit out there at night and shine it on the fence. So I'll plug the Fire Stick in. So it's on the best focus that it can get at the minute. You still can't see it that well on video. It's probably because I have the flash on, so I'm going to turn that off now. So it does look a bit better without the flash on, but it's still not amazing, but it was free, like I can't really complain. But as you can see, you get the option for movie, photo, HDMI setting. At the top, there's also an option for music and text. So yeah, but we're just going to go to HDMI. And hopefully the Fire Stick has come up yet. So the Fire Stick is on now. And if I get my Fire Stick remote, as you can see, it works fine. You can even hear the Fire Stick sounds from the projector. Turn the volume up. Turn the volume up all the way. It still doesn't really sound that good. But one thing you might have noticed is the Fire Stick on the HDMI input, it's 4x3, which means it's stretched up, which means the quality looks a bit worse. So I'm going to try and go through the settings and see if it's something I can change. So picture mode, so there's picture mode here, standard, dynamic, user. I think standard looks the best actually. Colour, temperature, medium, warm. Cool is fine. Noise reduction. I can't even tell the difference between all them. Let's turn it off. There's also sound, but I'd be using it as a speaker anyway. Ah, there you go. Aspect ratio. Change up to 16:9. Now, obviously, when you do that, when you switch to 16:9, the image is smaller, but I think it looks high quality. You can leave it as 4x3 if you want, but I think that it just looks nicer because obviously it's not stretched up and whatever. But yeah, it works okay. Now, one thing I think you definitely want to do when using a product like this is using a speaker with it, as the built-in speaker is not very good at all. So this is a Bluetooth speaker I got from Temu for free that came with, which came in the same package as the projector. Now I can just get an aux cable, plug it into the back of the speaker. See, I can just put it on top of the projector if I want, and then plug that into the headphone jack on the projector. Then now if I scroll through the Fire Stick, the input of the sound from the Fire Stick is now coming through the speaker. Now one thing I do want to try actually, which might seem a bit random, But I want to try it with a Chromebook, as obviously these can be quite cheap and expensive. A lot of people nowadays have Chromebooks, and the reason I want to try it with a Chromebook, or just any laptop in general, just the Chromebook's the lightest and easiest, is because obviously, as you see here, I have the Fire Stick and the projector running off this power bank. What I want to see instead is if you can run the projector off of a Chromebook and then use the Chromebook to stream to the projector. So I've just unplugged it from the power bank. I have my Chromebook here. I don't really like Chromebooks, but this is just an example. So I think the Chromebook might need to be powered for this, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to plug the Chromebook's power in. Basically, I have a USB-C to HDMI adapter. So what I'm going to do is obviously I'll plug that into the Chromebook. I'm going to get the USB cable that's plugged into the projector and then plug that into the Chromebook and then see if I can turn on the projector. So yeah, the Chromebook is running the projector. Obviously there's nothing on the screen at the minute because there's nothing plugged into the HDMI. But then I'll get the Chromebook plugged in. But now, as you can see, I have the Chromebook on the projector and the Chromebook's actually running the projector screen. It's not duplicated, which is annoying because obviously as a computer screen this projector is not good at all because it has a really low resolution. I think the resolution is 480p, so it's very pixelated, but the HDMI device, like the Chromebook, thinks that it is 1080p. It can take a 1080p input, but it only displays, it could be less than 480p to be fair, but most of the cheap projectors do this. They say it's 1080p, but they support devices being plugged in that have 1080p. But the actual picture this produces will not be 1080p, it's nowhere near. So I've got mirror inbuilt display, and you cannot read anything that says. So it's okay for watching a film, but like on the Chromebook this is perfectly fine. On there I can't read it at all. But say if I just go to YouTube. So I have one of these LG test videos on it right now. You probably can't see it that amazingly. That is my main complaint with this projector. It's not very bright at all, but it's okay. But it looks okay. It looks worse on camera than it does in person. But you got to think about how this is running. I have a Chromebook here, a very like crappy Chromebook, which is then powering the projector while also displaying through HDMI onto the projector. Then the projector has this Bluetooth speaker plugged into it. For like just a film, say if you want to watch it in the garden, this is a really good setup because you can run this off the Chromebook's battery. Because look, I've just unplugged the USB-C cable from the Chromebook. This is all running off of the Chromebook's battery, so you don't even need a power bank. And Chromebooks have really good battery life. So say if you just have a Chromebook, a projector, fully charge your Chromebook, you could take it camping and like everyone could watch it. Because obviously, with the problem with a Fire Stick is you'd need a power bank to power both of them, and then you need Wi-Fi. But say you could download Netflix on a Chromebook, then download a bunch of films to watch offline, then take this away with you to where there's no Wi-Fi, plug in the projector, and it would work fine. So yeah, thanks for watching the video on this projector. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys come back for another one. Bye.